Thanks so much for tuning in today to Double T Insider. I'm Taylor Peters. He may be the #1 ranked javelin thrower of his age division coming out of South Africa, but freshman Warner Bauer is a humble and grounded young man. The pre-med major says that success isn't measured by the awards, medals, or titles that he has, which, by the way, he's got plenty of them, but rather for the satisfaction of accomplishing every goal on his way to the top.
It's never been about the awards or any of the fame. It's never been about that. It's about how I feel about the sport, and that feeling you get every time you release that javelin, you feel that's a good throw. So my name is Warner Bauer. I'm a freshman and I throw javelin for the Texas Tech track and field team. Usually I tape a piece of white tape around my arm and I write the Bible verse or something like that on it. To keep me, we call it an anchor, to keep you anchored in when you are throwing, to not be consumed by the moment and keep yourself anchored to what is necessary and what you have to do. I usually write the Olympic motto to CTS, Altius, Fortius, which means faster, higher, stronger. The other thing I write down is the goal I have for that weekend. So if my goal is to throw 250 feet, I'll write down 250 feet. So you can see that and keep track of what you want to do. I always had a good throwing arm because I play cricket. So I was an average thrower up until grade 8 when I got to my high school coach. My high school coach was one of the best in South Africa, and I was just lucky to end up with him. I'm gonna be honest, if he wasn't in my life, I probably would not be here. I would not probably be throwing javelin anymore, because it's one of those things, if you don't get it right, you give up on it. And I literally owe my whole javelin career to him.
Still to come, we get a lesson on the green from women's golf's Lauren Mason with Don't Sweat the Tech.
Double T Insider is brought to you in part by Plains Capital Bank. Bank with confidence. The Red Raider Club. Your support, their effort, our fearless champions. Texas Farm Bureau. Register today for your chance to deliver the game ball and receive a VIP experience at a Texas Tech home football game. Contest details available at texastech.com. Texas Ford Dealers. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today. Ford is the best in Texas. And UMC. It's our hospital.
Hi guys, my name is Lauren Mason. I'm a part of the Texas Tech women's golf team. Today I'm going to show you how to chip the ball on Don't Sweat the Technique. So today I'm going to focus on, say, pitch shots, chipping into a slightly uphill slope here, and then going for this middle pin here. So what I would generally do is look at my lie. The ball here is sitting pretty up high, pretty flush. So then my next step is to examine kind of where I want to hit it on the green here. Pick out my landing spot, see where it's going to release, what it's going to do. Pace it kind of off, back to my ball, judging the distance. And then I really come behind the ball here and look at it again. Just trying to visualize where I want the shot to be landing and then rolling out to. And now, because I am on a slightly uphill slope, I'm going to lean into the slope a little bit more to give me some stability. I'm also going to fully rotate on the ball to get into a good finish position. If I kind of just stab at it or deaccelerate, I'm not really going to get the full roll and effect that I'm looking for to hit this shot. So I'm going to line up to my target that I've picked. A little bit of weight pressure on my left side with my hands leaning slightly forward. And just pop it up there. And this shot is basically how to do a chip shot on Don't Sweat the Technique. Wreck 'em.
Lauren and Lady Raider Golf are fresh off the course from the Big 12 tournament. We recap their performance next.
It's a team sport, how we play golf here. if one person is down, one person is up. It's everybody counts.
Yeah, I was really hoping for a better day. I know the team was too. The good news is we do have 36 holes left and aren't out of it for sure. One good round tomorrow will put us right where we want to be.
Didn't start at wall after first round, but everyone came back strong in the second round.
I think the team did great today. You know, the conditions were tough. We got just a touch of rain. It was windy and cold, but they had the lowest score of the day, tied with Texas. So, I mean, that proves how tough it was, but I'm so proud of the way they hung in there and fought today. Mommy's finish is what impressed me. I watched her play her last 6 holes and she had 4 birdies in there. And for us, that's big. You know, we always talk about finishing strong. She birdied her last 2 holes. And Lauren did the same thing. She birdied 18 when we needed it. So you gotta love that.
Started off and we were in 9th place. To come back and finish 3rd is a great achievement for us, and it really shows what we're capable of. So I'm excited for our postseason to continue and see how far we can really go.
Being a freshman this year is like all new and I don't really know what to expect, and then coming and be like just a 7-shot lead, it was really excited for me. Today was a good day for me too, like coming back again and be able to play a good round. So yeah, it's really excited to be here.
As the signing period approaches for college basketball, the Red Raiders have inked 2 more top talents. Adam Doyle has the details.
Even with the 2016-2017 Red Raider basketball season not ending with postseason play, there was still a lot of anticipation and excitement for what Tech Hoops would have to offer in year 2 under head coach Chris Beard. And why not, when how fruitful the spring signing period has been for Tech. 2 new additions to the Red Raider basketball family inked their national letters of intent. And we begin with Daniel Matting, a 6'10 forward originally from Sudan but was raised in Australia. He played his high school ball at the Rock School in Gainesville, Florida, and is a consensus 3-star prospect by ESPN Scout and 247. Matting is a versatile forward who can handle the ball well, execute in the half court, and excels in transition. Expect Matting to find a role quickly within next year's team, filling a void left from the departure of Aaron Ross and Anthony Livingston. The next signee had everyone talking about Red Raider hoops, especially in the state of Texas. Zaire Smith out of Garland, Texas, turned down the likes of Georgia Tech, Oregon, Arkansas, and the University of Texas to come to Texas Tech. The 6'5 guard played high school ball at Lakeview Centennial and is ranked a 4-star recruit by 247 Sports. Smith is an extremely athletic guard and very talented shooter with a huge amount of upside. These 2 newcomers will join a core of last year's team that returns for the 2017-2018 season, along with players like Brandon Francis and Tommy Hamilton that set out last season after transferring. As always, for more information on Texas Tech basketball, make sure to follow us at Texas Tech MBB on Twitter or go to texastech.com and look for that basketball tab. For the Double T Insider, I'm Adam Doyle.
As softball season is coming to a close, the seniors on this team say it's gone by way too fast. Today we sit down with 4 of 9 who say that this team has given them some of the greatest memories in their playing career.
After I graduate from Texas Tech, I plan on working at the Marsha Sharp Center with student athletes, and then from there we'll see where it goes. If I could describe our senior class, I'd use the laughing emoji. There are several things I could take away from the program here at Texas Tech, but the #1 thing I will take away with me and continue throughout my life is the work ethic they've taught me. So 2 years ago, we wrote down what being a Red Raider meant to us. And so in summarization, one of my favorite sentences from this is, being a Red Raider is holding tradition close to my heart and always showing respect. Being a Red Raider is having the ability to wake up in the morning and be grateful to have the opportunity to attend Texas Tech.
I feel like I've grown quite a bit in my time here at Tech. I came in as a sophomore, and 3 years later, a lot of things have changed. I've learned how to interact with a bunch of different people, and it's just been a learning experience throughout it, and I'm so lucky to learn here at Texas Tech. I think the one thing I'd miss the most about playing softball here at Texas Tech are definitely my teammates. I mean, we just have such an amazing relationship with one another, so it's going to be hard moving away, not seeing them every day, and just, having seeing each other to brighten each other's day. The coaching staff, I mean, they've been so just passionate about us as people, not only as players, but off the field as well. They're just some amazing people, and I'm really lucky to have them as my coaches. The senior class and I want to leave a legacy of just hard work and dedication to this program. I mean, when Coach G came in 3 years ago now, we just wanted to rebuild the program, and I hope moving forward they're able to have much more success in the future.
Okay, so after I graduate, next January I leave to go with a program called the World Race, which is with Adventures in Missions. And in the program you go to 11 different countries in 11 months and do mission work. And so I'll be traveling the world and just getting to love and just help people there. What it means to me to be a Red Raider is kind of just our motto, to be a fearless champion, and just to be fearless and resilient in the fight and everything you go through in life. I think the #1 thing I'm going to take away from playing here is just working with a group of girls and just learning how to fight through the tough times and the good times and just being myself through it all. I think personally I've grown from just finding who I really am and what I'm about, and just finding an inner drive within me to just keep going even when things don't seem like they're going the right way.
About Lubbock, I think I will miss being here in Texas Tech and with all my teammates. So I'm really grateful with my coaches and my teammates. Thank you very much for the opportunity. It was a great opportunity. And also, thank you so much for all the support that they gave me. So I think the best thing that I can take from here is that the sports give you, or you meet your best friends in life. So I feel in here I have a second family.
Stay with us. We'll be right back on Double T Insider.
Welcome to this week's Walk and Talk. I'm Robert Giovanetti, joined by Texas Tech track and field coach Wes Kitley. Coach, you get to come home this weekend and hosting 3 other teams. You excited to get back here?
Well, it's always great to run at home, and our kids have been so waiting for this, the opportunity. We have a great track here, and I just think when you bring it home, if you look in the past, every year we run our best here.
First 2, you got one next weekend as well, the following weekend. So what do you hope to accomplish with these 2 meets?
Well, #1, stay healthy. We've got the Big 12 in 3 weeks, but we have one of the perennial teams this weekend. Nebraska is leading the country in dual rankings, so we really want to try to, we're going to score this meet with Wichita State, Baylor, and them, and they're ranked #1 or ranked #2. So we'd love to just have a great showing because I respect their program so much.
You and I were talking about this earlier, but this Friday night, get to run under the lights, and there's a different atmosphere when it's under the lights.
Oh, our kids love running at night. I think there's a mystique about having the lights on and you just being at home, and I just think it creates that.
You know, you look at some of your guys, Trey not jumping his best, but still winning. I guess it shows just how competitive that kid is.
Yeah, you know, he hadn't been beaten all year, so it's fun to see him go set the standard for our other kids, and you know, and go to a meet that was kind of an average meet, but still set the tone for our team, and I think it really helped everybody else.
And Charles, we talked about him, you know, in the indoors, but he's continuing that here during outdoor season.
Yeah, we just triple jumped him, and of course he had a really good meet, and he'll get to do both this weekend, possibly all three, but we'll wait and see.
Who should the fans, when they come out this weekend, look forward to seeing on both sides for you guys?
Well, you just named two of them, Charles and Trey, and then I think Birshani Latham on the women's side, and she's been on fire. Yeah. She went 44-10 this weekend. A little bit too much wind to have a school record, but still an NCAA mark, leading very high. So, and then our relay teams, and then Divine Oduru, who I think has really been exciting for our teams to be able to see.
You know, it's windy now, but you were talking about this. You've been seeing wind everywhere you go.
We have just been fighting it all year. We go out to Arizona and it's still windy, and of course went to Baylor this past weekend, cold and windy. We're used to it. We'll deal with it and do the best we can.
And do you think both teams are set up now with the Big 12 looming? Do you like where you guys are going into those?
I really liked how we competed this week in terrible conditions, and we still got a lot accomplished, and I think that's what's important. And I think this scored meet this weekend, we need to be tough. We need to show that we can come out and compete in 2 or 3 things, and we're gonna work some people a little bit this weekend. I think it's a good kind of preparation meet for the Big 12.
Come out the next 2 weekends to see Coach Kittley and both the men's and women's track teams. This has been your Walk and Talk.
So far today, we've seen Ryan handle those 2 pitches well.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. See you later to Dustin Williams. As Shedder powers through him for out number 2. Play him to pull over on the right side. He golfs it toward the left side and off the shortstop's glove. Berglund will think about second. He's going to try it. The throw coming in is not in time. It's a double for Michael Berglund.
Ryan Shedder, maybe you set him up to come back to the inside of the plate now after you show something low and away.
2's all over the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 hits for each team. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The runner left stranded at third, and we stay at 0s. Now you're 1 pitch away from getting out of this thing. 5-4-3 action. The pitch, chopped towards third, knocking it down. Young steps on the bag, throws to first, double play. Oh my goodness. Young stones it, steps on the bag, and throws a BB to first. We're tied at 1 going to the bottom of the 9th.
Stay tuned after the break. We'll preview all the action this week in Texas Tech athletics.
Double T Insider was brought to you in part by Plains Capital Bank. Bank with confidence. The Red Raider Club. Your support, their effort, our fearless champions. Texas Farm Bureau. Register today for your chance to deliver the game ball and receive a VIP experience at a Texas Tech home football game. Contest details available at texastech.com. Texas Ford dealers. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today. Ford is the best in Texas. And UMC, it's our hospital.
Texas Tech baseball hosts TCU for a huge series this weekend. First pitch of that series Friday at 7 o'clock. Track and field hosts the front end of back-to-back weekends with the Red Raider Shootout Friday and Saturday. Men's and women's tennis is in Norman, Oklahoma for the Big 12 tennis tournament, while softball closes out conference play hosting Oklahoma Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. To stay up to date with all things happening in Texas Tech athletics, just head over to texastech.com and follow us on social media. For everybody here with Double T Insider, I'm Taylor Peters. We'll see you next week.